you know, Gene got it on Abbott after it came out on Upload.
So do you have anything notable from when you recorded that specific? I heard the tape, that tape that has like 5 songs. Was that all in one session, or that was he was just using the same tape? You just came in and like how many cuts did it take to do that?
Well, basically, myself. I can't speak of all the singers, but myself, I don't miss a lot of time in the studio. And when I say that, it's not a lot of tape being used, anything to that respect, because as a singer, I always do my homework before I get in the studio.
Yeah, I was surprised that there's just a few songs. It was like in and out, bam.
Right.
Did you have a limited amount of time in the studio? Was that
well,
also an issue?
There's always a limit as much time you can deal with virtuos. It was always a limit.
It's like,
yeah.
All right.
You guys are over 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Frank be saying, "Whoa, what? Is it time to wrap this up?" And what?
You could actually be in the middle of the take and he says, "Oh, well, guys, we got to go." You know.
Frank was the man.
So yeah, well, let's talk a little about
yeah.
how did you know you could sing? Did you start singing in a choir or?
Okay, let's go back. I had 2 brothers that were older than me, and they used to sing. I was the youngest,
okay,
and I really wasn't interested in singing. But whenever a family got together, they would make you sing, or they would ask you to sing. And I got involved with it. And after I got involved with it, they started pushing me to the back and wouldn't allow me to sing. So I had a cousin that heard me singing, and he put the 2 other brothers and myself together, and we came up with a group.
Oh, okay.
And from that group, I learned a lot of things. And when I got into high school, I was the man because my cousin, he had got a band together, and we used to do a lot of talent shows. Oh my God, I was a lot of talent shows.
So you performed like at school dances and,
Yes.
and things like that?
Yeah, we used to call them records hop, whatever you call them. We had young people there would spin records, and we had that kind of thing. We had that in school.
Okay, yeah, and then the schools like that, they battle the other schools, or?
Yeah, I even did it when I was in high school with the college.
Okay.
You know, shows and everything.
And so what would you be doing, like standards? Like you'd be covering like hits at the time?
Well,
or?
I used to sing other people's songs. And then I had an English teacher that used to stay on my back. Oh, she used to put me in everything. And she said to me one day, if you use all that energy to sing somebody else's material, why don't you try to write something of your own? And that's how it all started. I wrote a song in school called "There's No Need Crying When Your Loved One Puts You Down." And the young ladies used to go crazy when I used to sing this.
How does that go? You remember it?
There's no need crying when your loved one puts you down. Crying won't help you, darling, if he can't be found. Yeah.
So did you dance at all when you were doing shows?
I wasn't too much of a good dancer, and that's why I think I love to sing, because that way I could talk to the young
you
ladies.
You can still express yourself.
Right.
So while you were on the Uplook label, how often were you performing in the Philly area?
I did a lot of things in Ohio. I went a lot of places.
Did you go up to New York at all?
New York. I did some things in Washington, some part of Washington. I've been on shows with the OJs before they became famous.
Okay.
I've been on shows with Hal Melvin and Blue Notes.
Yep.
The songs that I told you about, the 3 songs that
didn't come out, yeah.
Right. Also was in the studio with me at the time was Teddy Pendergrass.
Okay.
And I known Teddy before Teddy became famous. you know, to put all this together.
Yep,
you know
yep.
what I'm saying?
Did he sing back up on those three
Yeah,
early
on
songs?
some of those songs, he sung background, and then I sung background on the songs that he recorded.
Oh, okay.
But to get into another era, how I got involved with Uplooks, I wrote a song, and I'm not going to go into all the details about it, but it was a song Otis Redding recorded. It's a
Okay.
song called Freedom. It's on his Love Something album. Otis
Where he's
Redding
standing
album.
like that on the cover.
Yes, yes. And at the time, there were a young lady that I met worked in the building where Kenny Gamble and those first started in
Okay.
250 something Broad Street
Yeah,
back in that
309.
or something
The
back.
place
But,
where we were like going dumpster diving the other night.
and she said to me, Charles, you need to come down to this place because this guy have pictures of Otis Redding, Sam, and Dave, and all these people on the wall. And I said, oh, yeah. So she said, I tell you what, they're going to have a big party. And when they have this party, I'm going to invite you. And at this party is how I met Mr. Lawson.
Oh, okay.
And I sung portion of this song, Free Me, and some other things. And at the time, I didn't know that there was a tape recorder going in the background. And he picked the phone up and told me to come. Somebody wanted to speak to me on the phone. And the guy said, this is the Big O. I said, Big O? I don't know no Big O. He said, this is Otis Redding. Otis Redding? Well, at the time, Otis wasn't, you know, big like he was, you know?
Yeah.
And I said, Otis Redding? He said, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm in Memphis. And he said, have you signed any contract? Are you under any contract with anyone? And I said, no. So he said, don't sign any contract with anyone. I'm going to bring you into the Stack family. And that's all that went about. So Otis got killed in a plane crash.
Yep.
And everything just came to a halt.
But you were like, if he had been alive, you probably would have been on Stacks.
Yes. And after that incident happened with Otis, Gene decided he wanted to have an uplook. What would you call it? Empire in Philadelphia.
The Stacks of Philadelphia.
And so he took me as, I think, I wasn't the first artist he recorded, but I think I was the first artist he recorded on the Uplook label.
Okay, well, how did the Delegates of Soul come into this and you covering their version of Running Back?
They came after.
They came, so yours was the first
They came
version?
after.
What,
Running
running back? Well, I think
How'd that work?
Well, what happened, the Delegate of Soul recorded a couple of songs. Those songs, I think Lupo,
yeah,
gentleman named Lupo, he wrote some of those songs. And
Lou Pole?
Lupo, how you
Lou
spell
Paul,
Lupo?
P-A-U-L.
Paul.
LUPO.
Okay.
But anyway, he went to the studio and they recorded the group.
Okay.
And for some reason, with Mr. Lawson and whoever that was involved with these songs, they decided they didn't want to release the songs under the group. I don't know why.
But it came out. Anyway.
Yeah, they put it out first, but then Gene said he didn't like the way it sounded to him, so he
So,
had
yeah, you're
used
singing over it.
I
Did you know those guys personally? The
I know
Delegates of
some of the
Soul?
guys. I still,
They're from Chester, right?
yeah. Some of the guys are from
And Bobby,
Chester.
you played on that too? The Running Back?
I don't know. Whatever the session that produced Give a Man a Break and Blue So Bad and all
No, see,
that.
that's a different tape.
No,
Yeah, that's the
the-
earlier
Yeah.
session.
No,
Totally
it
different
wasn't.
tape, so that was somebody else.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, you know, and so we've talked about the past and everything. Oh, well, one thing I want to know, I know this is a pretty big thing for Philly. What part of Philly are you from?
I'm from West, baby. I'm from Southwest. I'm from out around Philadelphia International Airport. And right now I'm in Yeadon, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So I pretty much bounce back and forth.
Okay, all right. But you've always been living in Philly.
Well, yes, I
Area.
mean, I've been here since 1960. I came here in 1960.
Okay, where are you living? Like, where'd you grow up then?
My
Like,
original home is Orangeburg, South Carolina.
okay.
They call that the Big Old Till.
Orangeburg, huh?
Orangeburg.
And then from Orangeburg, you came up to Philly.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so, you know, what have you been doing? Well, what happened? I guess after everything with Upload, were you recording or doing any music in the '70s?
Well, I have been doing shows.
What was
I've
the
been
name
doing
of
my,
it?
you know, I had my own band and so forth. And then I was
You
in a
sing
car
solo?
accident
Was
in
it solo?
'93, I think.
Charles Mintz.
And that has slowed me down for a while. And then
That she's doing.
a gentleman from Bobby era, we spoke up in early on the tape, Norman Harris. I started out doing a gospel CD with Norman passed, and I had made up my mind. It's something that he enjoyed doing, that I was going to complete this. I've been working with that up until this present time.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So the gospel CD is completed, and it's just the idea now of doing something with the product.
That's great. Yeah. So do you still have to basically find out who's gonna put it out?
Right.
And then so are you working or anything like that? Like what do you?